What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Exchange. We just watched the Mandalorian finale. Wow, we have thoughts, and we just want to jump on YouTube straight away to talk about it because, yeah, that was certainly something. Mike, what did you think?
I'm just gonna tell you what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling confused, I'm feeling irritated, and I'm feeling very annoyed. I don't know what I watched. I think I liked a lot of things in it. But I've also just am confused and I'm not sure where. I don't even think the writers, John Favreau, I don't even think he cared about this season. I think he was too busy playing in a different sandbox with an upcoming series with Dave Filoni, Ahsoka, and he just was like, "Yeah, I'll finish this story later. We're gonna put a pause on everything here. We're gonna put a pause on this whole thing, even the way it ended, so we could focus on Ahsoka." That's just what it felt like to me. I don't know. We're just coming off. We're not even like 15 minutes off from watching it. Where this is like a reaction. I don't know, man. This was just really poor. Like one of the, I would probably say, I don't want to sound dramatic, but one of the most letdowns in recent Star Wars memory. With I mean, even Book of Boba Fett hit lows, but this was just low. I liked a lot what I saw, like the Gazanti cruiser thing, or not Gazanti. I'm sorry, the light cruiser, Imperial light cruiser scene when that atmosphere stuff. That was so cool, and the way the Mandalorians were jumping out of the hangar, I was like, oh, I was riding off that. But I don't. I guess it just went downhill after that. I don't know. There's some odd choices in here that I'm still so confused about. But yeah, I'm seeing everyone's reaction to. People are not happy. Someone said it was lame. Other people called it weird. Yeah, there's just I don't know. How about you? What are you feeling?
I hate to be that guy, but I was right. I was right. The series and the show was directionless. No, obviously, everyone's subject to their own opinion. If you enjoyed the finale and the season as a whole, genuinely very happy for you. However, I stated at episode 4, uh, the only mystery of the show is where the hell it's going, and to me, that has just not been answered. The show's going nowhere, and the show went nowhere. This season of The Mandalorian feels like the rise of Skywalker to the sequel trilogy, in the sense that just sort of doesn't stick the landing, in my opinion, and just yeah, it's like a train wreck. It almost felt like this is probably the biggest letdown I've felt from Star Wars ever. I would say. I was really excited going into this season. I didn't have these ridiculous expectations. I just wanted to capture the magic of the first 2 seasons, and it didn't come close at any point for me personally. Just the worst season of Star Wars television we've got. Yeah, I don't even know where to start with this episode. I just Din Grogu. What are we saying now? What's his name? But yeah, I don't know. Just so much goofiness. Like that ending was so unsatisfying to me. I thought, you know what? I haven't enjoyed the start of this season, but hopefully we can get something fun here. No, I'm honestly a little bit speechless because I can't believe that's where they went with it. The whole season was leading up to Din adopting Grogu. It's like, doesn't he do that in episode 3 of the series? Like symbolically, I suppose. So it's like, why does who's the armorer to make their bond and the fact that they're family official? Why does the armorer have to make that official? That they were already family, they had already found each other, and that's where the season went. The whole cloning the Force storyline, that just came crashing down. That went nowhere. It all went to Moff Gideon saying he wanted to clone himself with the Force. Like, I'm sorry, what? That's where we've been going this whole time. Dr. Pershing, don't worry about him. He's gone. I will say I was right about the Darksaber last week. I said they're going to destroy the Darksaber, and they did, which I'm kind of glad about because that was annoying me throughout this whole series. And also the titles just make no sense. The spies. Who were the spies last episode? There was Elia Kane and then someone else. I don't know. And then the return. The return to Mandalore, is it? I mean, we returned last episode. I'm so confused. Just do the people writing the show know what they're writing anymore? Because I'm so lost. Yeah, I don't know. I have many more thoughts, but Mike, you you speak a bit to what you want to.
Yeah, no, this feels like when I was younger and I would take my toys over to my cousin's house and then he would dictate how the universe went. My
Yeah,
characters weren't my characters anymore. And this is kind of
yeah,
how it felt like because it was such a contrast to what we experienced with Mando seasons 1 and 2. And the cloning storyline, I was like, okay, you know, we're gonna lead this up to Palpatine, you know? But then it was all for Moff Gideon was after clones of his own. You know, I mean that in itself is kind of cool, like the concept of it. I'm like, okay, that sounds a lot like Star Wars Legends. I like that. Have you guys read the comic series Dark Empire? That's really good. Anyways, so I'm like, okay, this could be somewhere. But the way they made him look like a mad idiot scientist at the end, I'm just that's the way Moff Gideon went out by being like, you destroyed all my clones. You're
Yeah.
and we just it
Mm.
just got revealed. And then in in the same minute it's revealed, then destroys them. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then Moff Gideon's reaction when he's usually cool, collected, just has this moment where I'm like, what, what is
There's
going
just no
on?
depth.
There,
No depth.
there was no setup. Like a lot, I said a lot about the season. Everything just feels unearned.
Yep.
Even
Yep.
even when Mando's sitting at the end in his new house, I'm like, you don't deserve that. It's unearned. No, I
Yeah.
mean, it just I don't know. Like it was a cute moment and nice ending, but I'm like, that this is payoff from episode 4 of season 1, not anything
Yeah.
the season has set up.
Yeah, exactly. But also it doesn't even pay that off because what happened to the lady from that episode? Like it just and also can I just say no Pedro Pascal this season. I feel like there was a set of rules coming into season 3. Grogu must be there. Pedro Pascal's busy, can't show his face. Like etc etc etc. I'm just like what? What? No
It's
Pedro
done.
Pascal, are you serious?
People, I'm telling you, people are gonna be really, really vocal about this on social media, and
Yeah.
it's just I don't know if it's gonna spark any light bulbs at Lucasfilm, but people are not gonna be happy. I'm just
This
gonna
was
say
just a
that.
train wreck. This was a
So
train wreck.
someone was like, "Yeah, they're putting." Someone in my comments was like, "Yep, they're just putting everything on pause for Mando while we go to Ahsoka next." And like they
Yeah.
even set it up where Mando supposedly now is gonna be in accordance with the New Republic and respond to them. So I'm just like, "Yep, we're gonna see him in Ahsoka."
Yeah. I just
Making this, I'm sorry. Like I'm excited for the story of Ahsoka. I'm not excited about the execution because I know it's gonna be bad. But I'm excited for the story to unfold, why Thrawn's back and all that. But like, I'm sorry, but making all these shows tie into the Mandalorian was a mistake. Because look at John Favreau did not much care about season 3 of this show, and then he was too busy with the other projects setting him up, playing Kevin Feige, and now we're just gonna branch out away from the Mandalorian when it could have been an own self-contained show.
yeah. No, absolutely. Also, like this the show just continues to undo the interesting setups that it creates. You know, Moff Gideon captured, don't worry. Grogu and Din separated, don't worry. And then just recently, end of episode 7, Din's captured, straight away, don't worry, no, he escapes. It's fine. It's like,
Right,
okay, I
that
guess
was a
we just
joke.
never look forward to anything. And also the Praetorian guards, I know they killed Paz, which was like, um, why does Paz not get mentioned once in this episode? The Praetorians felt like the Dark Troopers in Rebels, in the sense that it was like, oh, cool, look at them, they're so lethal. But then it's like they're literally chasing a baby running around. I'm like,
Right,
oh, you are kidding me.
yeah.
And talking about payoff as well, it's like the Mythosaur. I know they showed it at the end, but it was like, for what? Why does it even matter that it's there? It doesn't actually add anything to the story. I don't think it's just there cause.
I think it has to do more with symbolism.
Sure, but it's like, do you feel like from the setup that they paid that off at all?
It was in a way it was cool seeing all the Mandos together again after like it looked at peace. I don't know, with all the Mandos back on Mandalore. It looked at peace.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, but I just think the setup was our ancestors used to ride the Great Mythosaur, and that was sort of where I thought they were going with it. And then it's just like, oh no, it's just chilling. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. I don't know. Also, the pouring of the water on Paz Vizsla's son at the end was the goofiest thing I've seen in Star Wars for a while. But and real quick to talk about the ending, I agree it was very unearned. That was honestly that final like 10 seconds, I was like, okay, this is nice. That was the nicest I'd felt throughout all of Mando season 3, because I was sort of like, this story has just been such a mess that I'm like, yeah, let's just get away from it and go on to something new. So I
But
liked that element of it.
but like now I'm thinking with Bo-Katan, it's like we focus on her this entire damn season, and you couldn't just let her have the moment where she kills Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
get that payoff.
I don't even understand what her arc was meant to be this season.
It
I don't
was
even
it
know
was
where
it
she's
was
at now.
reclaiming Mandalore, and she couldn't even do that by herself.
But it's
Wow,
like,
I'm
did
just.
she lead the attack? Like, I don't even know. It seems like Din was the one that
I
did
mean,
it
she
all in
led
the
the
end with
attack and it
Gideon.
was cool, but then it was
Yeah.
like, why did we even have to crash the ship down into there? And then Gideon died by the explosion. Which, yeah, right. If he's not back, one of his clones will be back.
Of course, they had to leave it ambiguous.
I don't know, man. I'm not
Also,
excited for season
yeah,
4.
the Grogu thing where he's like using the fire. It's like, you did that in season 1 already, and it was cool then because we didn't really know about his like abilities. But now it's like he's gone off with Luke. He's done that, and I just feel like
Yeah,
that moment just fell so flat for me. That just felt meaningless to me. I was like, great, Grogu saved them again.
and I might change my opinion a little bit on the finale if I rewatch it again. But concrete wise, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Even me as a fan of season 3, I've been a fan. Ari's been more on the train of like on the hate train. I've been more on like
On the
the
hate train.
no. I've been more on the train of like anticipating being like, you know what? I didn't like the Lizzo episode. I'm ready to move on to something, something better, like the next one. All right, cool. I've been a fan of this season. And it's just I feel disappointed. Yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
can say right now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I've always tried to go in with the open mind, but it's like, yeah, no, I'm definitely skewed to the other side. I struggle to enjoy this at all. And even IG-11, the Marshal now, just resurrect him, man. Disappointing that Rick Famuyiwa directed these episodes just because he had such a great track record in the first 2 seasons. But anyway, those are our reaction, thoughts, review,
Comment yours.
kind of jambled brain mush for all of you. But yeah, watch us live tomorrow with Parks. Thank you everyone for watching. May the force be with you. See you later.
Bye.